followers of Veles. These guys seem to be a very useful axe unit. They have guerrilla deployment, which is good. They have excellent capture power, average missile block chance, and excellent armor piercing damage. None of these guys have precursors, which is interesting. Then you have Veles Chosen, who have rapid advance and courage, resistance to fatigue. Pretty nice stats overall. Archers are basic, skirmishers, and Slavic raiders. Again, no melee cav. So it seems to me on average that none of these Slavic factions have cav. However, this I don't think is true in Age of Charlemagne. I think they do have cav. So yeah, basically, strengths of the Slavics seem to be their axes. Weaknesses are their lack of melee cav. All three of them will have to use a melee unit, except the Antians because they don't have one. They'll have to use a unit to, like spear units, to take down enemy cav. Now, because you know CA, they probably haven't changed the voices for the Slavic factions. They probably haven't even changed the voices in battle or anything, which makes sense. They don't have to. The Antians are my least favorite right now, which is why I want to try them first. So it seems to me that Poison Hunters are going to be my go-to unit when I want to inflict major damage before I start a fight with any enemy faction. I mean, overall, the Slavic nations are pretty underwhelming. It's true that they probably can bring a new type of playstyle in-game, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get used to these guys anytime soon. The lack of melee cav really sucks. It does. And the problem with the Antians is that they don't have the same axe units as the Venedians or the Sclavonians, and so that gives them a distinct disadvantage. What scares me about the Antians is that they have the same initial challenge that the Eastern Roman Empire does, which sucks. Like, I think it's because they have to deal with the brunt of the Huns, just like the Eastern Roman Empire and Western Roman Empire, which causes initial problems. But I think if I can recall, like, defend myself and make some income, and like when the Huns are done raising the world, maybe I can just recolonize them.
The air was filled with smoke and blood. Rome was weak. The tribes grew in strength and number. Their roots went deep, and they felt the earth's blood pounding through the land. But their borders were threatened, for a great storm raged in the east. One by one, the tribes scattered as seeds in the wind.
I'm gonna skip the intro because I've already seen it, really. It's just the barbarian intro.
Your people, the Antians, have descended along with other Slavic tribes to claim Eastern Europe for themselves. However, it is clear that we are meant for greater things. The Romans to the south are the pinnacle of civilization, A favorable relationship with them will further our cause. We are much more than the simple forest-dwelling savages they think we are. To the east, the Huns ravage the land, whilst to the west, Europe buckles under the pressure. Opportunity awaits in the broken territory of the old world. Yet do not forget your people's roots. We are resourceful and skilled in agriculture. Even the most barren and mistreated soil prospers under our watchful care. Though hardship certainly awaits, you are poised to create a civilized Slavic identity that will endure the test of time. Your people are the children of the steppes, destined to inherit all of Europe.
Now, I don't know much of the history of the Antians, but I know that the Slavs did take most of Europe, or most of Eastern Europe. They are now Ukraine, I think even Poland. Actually, no, Poland was where the Vandals are, which is somewhere here, probably. It might be Palteska. Anyway.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, not the best starting army.
For the tribe!
And our position doesn't look the best either. Are we at war with anyone? No. However, right now we're surrounded by people. Well, yeah, that's the Venetians who we're in a good relationship with. It might be a good idea to start trade with them.
We will talk and then we will feast.
Whenever you play a DLC faction and there's other DLC factions with it, because that isn't always the case, or wasn't always the case when Napoleon came out. When you do, try to make relations with, or have good relations with the factions that it came with. For the Antians, you'd want good relations with the Venetians and the Sclavinians. Yeah, we already have good relations with the Sclavinians. However, the Huns are angry at us for some reason.
Ready for orders.
For with family, you have your king here. You have a daughter that's not married. You have here, which is married, and he has a son. You could always arrange your marriage to any one of these guys. Right now, I have no need to. The technologies seem to be the common barbaric ones. Last stand ability, that's different. Oh yes, and there's the victory conditions. Your minor victory is the totem of the wolf. Then you can make a cultural lunar shrine of Svarog. And these buildings are hard to create, so with the Antians it's going to be an additional problem. I'm most likely going to go for this one. Slavic wrath. It seems that these religious buildings are what gives the Slavic factions a huge advantage. Legendary, here we go. Totem of the Wolf is what you need. This is what you need for a military victory. This is what you need for a cultural victory. And yeah. However, they're expensive to keep. Interesting. Very interesting. This is the typical barbarian artisan chain. Yeah, nothing new. Poison archers are good, but that's going to take a while to get. And minus 10 public order is really bad.
For the tribe!
So it seems to me that right now we're going to rely mostly on Slavic, or axe levy and the Slavic levy spears. I just hope that the Huns don't declare war on me, because with an army like this, we can't even stand up to the horse archers. And these poison archers are great and all, but that's not, like, damage over time isn't that useful against a unit that has high health. It's more, like, it is kind of useful if you're going to, like, counter or charge it or something, but it's not so much. It's more useful against low health units
Ready for
who
orders!
just die so quickly to a
For
charge.
the tribe!
What can we build? Let's go with this first, because right now we don't have sanitation, and sanitation is huge. We could take Transcarpathia, but I don't want to risk losing this area, this region right here, if somebody declares war on me. Sacred winds, +3 replenishment, +4 Slavic paganism, province to each region. Okay. Alright. Warrior rights and resettlement. The fact that the Anteans don't have any sanitation buildings is a big problem, because they're going to eventually face outbreaks. And outbreaks with a faction that's this fragile early on is really bad. I'm actually happy that they fixed shield wall and spear wall, because that's pretty good. Now, I don't think that they'll go out of formation anymore. And now we already have a problem. There's a horde raiding. Now, declare war on the Roxolanians doesn't seem like a bad idea.
Words. My people are worthy of better.
However, they have a non-aggression pact. Right now, we're the 6th strongest faction,
Ready for orders.
which is good.